when Christmas started being about material things instead of religion. I saw a sign that says, "Leave Christ in Christmas. Don't forget about Christ."
I like that.
Yeah, it's all about material things. It's all about presents
Oh,
and,
yeah.
you know.
Almost present, give, take, steal, whatever you have to do. But get a present
Yeah,
and give a present.
that's right. What's the earliest Christmas you can remember?
The earliest Christmas I can remember,
Yeah.
let me give you a hint. I'll think real diligently.
It was probably during the Depression era, right?
It was even before the Depression era, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. The earliest Christmas I can remember is my mother playing the piano in the front room on South 5th Street, and we were singing or pretending to sing. And it was getting close to Christmas, and I was trying to be very good. I believed in all that good stuff and everything
Yeah.
at that time. And we played the piano, we sang, and we danced. And then what would we? Oh, then we had a good time. And then in the afternoon, around 3 or 3:30, we're made to take a nap. That means go to sleep for 2 hours.
Even if you didn't want to.
Of course I didn't want to.
Well, did you get up early that day, Mom?
No, I did. Got up at regular time, but I had to take a nap. So I did. And in that house, there was not no really good heat. The only heat we had would be the heat from the fireplace in the dining room where we took our nap on a couch, my sister and I.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did. That's how we got our nap. But we had to have a nap. I could never figure that out. And I can remember my mother, when my mother was going to have my brother, and she was in terrible agony that day, and I said, well, I'm going to get Daddy. She says, indeed you're not. I said, well, I certainly am. I know where he works, and I'm going right down to the mill. He says, indeed you're not going to the mill. I said, I am going to the mill.
And how old were you?
5, 4.5. I said, I know where this house is, and I know where the mill is, and I'm going to the mill.
And so
I'm going to get my dad and get him here because you're awful sick. And I'm going to get my dad. Oh, indeed, she had a hard struggle with me, between me and my baby brother, trying to get her attention. I was going to the mill. And I started out too, and she brought me back. I said, you go right down here in the corner of South 5th Street, and you turn left or right, and right there's the mill, and then you have to go to this man over here, and he'll tell you where to get him.
The security guard.
I was 5 years old. I said, you don't fool me. I know how to get to the mill. You know, she was...
So you were a handful.
You didn't know how to get to the mill. I said, what do you mean? I wasn't even 5 years old, I don't think. I know how to get to the mill.
So what happened in
And
the
then
end?
one time, this man next door, Mr. Alcorn, was a carpenter, an excellent carpenter, and he liked me very much. And I was turning 5. I'm getting real big. And I was turning 5. And he made me the most beautiful, I can't tell you. I'd like to know who copped that thing, because if I ever get him, he made me a dining room table and chairs by hand from a real carpenter.
Oh, yeah?
That was his
Little
gift
things
to
or big things?
for my 5th birthday.
Little things?
Huh?
Little toys?
Little toy things?
No, full size. My mother used the table in the dining room for years.
Wow.
Oh, he made everything he could think of for me. So that was real good, except somebody copped that, stole that on me. And I can show you yet. The house is gone now. Which house it was, and what thing was like. We had a big backyard, and somebody just, after the man working for weeks, somebody took that either out of the house, or perhaps my mother gave it to somebody. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful piece of furniture, all handmade by a really good carpenter. Well, after a certain while, maybe my mother did give it away. I don't think so. No. And it was real nice.
Maybe it just wore out, Mom.
And I tried to find out who, and I couldn't find out who. Then another, down the road from that, where we lived, was a, well, we had, at that very time I was turning 4, and my aunt gave me a big, what do you call those red dogs?
Setters? Irish setters?
I forget, a setter. Oh, my mother made her take it back, because it was so big, every time I got over to pet it, it knocked me down. So she just, I don't know what she did, I don't know. But she got it out of the way. It was a real nice dog, too.
She made it take a nap.
Yeah.
You know what I did? My mother tried to stop me, but I wouldn't let her. I said, well, I'm not that dumb, Mother. Do you know that somebody in this neighborhood has still seen that dog? So I went in my little hand, knocked on all the doors. My mother let me, she couldn't stop me. Have you seen a red, I forget what kind of dog. No, I haven't. And she just let me ask all over the block. And she never said she got rid of it, but I know she did. So there went my dog. I like the dog better than the people.
You always had a dog, Mom.
Huh?
You always had a doggy.
How old was it?
You always had one.
What'd he say?
Your whole life you've always had a dog.
Oh, I couldn't be without a dog, honey.
Can you name some of the dogs? There was
couldn't be.
Blackie.
I couldn't be without a dog.
Blackie, and there was Nana.
I always loved a dog.
I can't remember who
And
was.
as I said, I like the dog better than I like the people. I love dogs because they're loyal. You can't get that totally from people.
You can only get loyalty out of a dog.
Huh?
You can only get loyalty out of a dog.
Oh, I had the most gorgeous dog. My rich aunt bought it for me.
So you had a lot of good things.
Huh?
You had a lot of good things until you got married.
A lot of things. Well, whatever. Anyway, I went around the neighborhood with my trusty little knuckles and knocked on every door I could find. My mother said, ask people. She knew. I didn't. So I just asked people. Well, I'll tell you. But that trip down to Wheeling Still, yes, it was Wheeling Still, I was going to get my father out of the mill, and I wasn't going to stop because I knew everything about where he was and the entrance and everything, and my mother was sick, I was desperately ill, and I was going for my dad. I don't know how they ever stopped me. They must have got me stopped. I'll tell you, it was funny.